Today we analyze January closing values of the Bitcoin price, RSI, moving average, realized price, stock to flow.
Bitcoinzilla stands out with its simplicity and clarity. We've crafted an experience that anyone can dive into, whether you're a crypto expert or just a new to the crypto world. Now guess who keeps his eye on us? The author of best-selling book Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. And we want to take this opportunity and thank all the people who trusted us, and we read every comment. And the best part, it's free. Subscribing now means you will get all new information for free. Don't just follow the trends, stay ahead of them. Subscribe to Bitcoinzilla today and enjoy the new edge. In this video, Plan B will talk about his Bitcoin prediction for February 2025. Will BTC skyrocket or face a dip? Let's catch him up to know more about what's coming next in the crypto world.
Bitcoin price. We have a new monthly close all-time high in Bitcoin. It's $102,000. Not only is it a new monthly close, it's also the first monthly close above 100K. So I know it feels a bit disappointing, and that we should be higher with Trump and the ETF inflow, MicroStrategy, and all that. It feels a bit delayed, but I guess we need a little bit of patience because, as we discussed in last videos, new all-time highs, which are basically the red dots, it's RSI, we'll come back to that in a minute, but the new all-time highs are clustered. So once there is an all-time high, it's very likely there will be another all-time high, and you can see that very clearly from this chart. So I expect a lot more all-time highs this year. And this is exactly, by the way, why I prefer the stock-to-flow model over, for example, the parallel model. The clustered, non-linear jumps are what defines the price of Bitcoin. And it's not gradually over time. It's especially those short periods of time where the Bitcoin jumps to the next level. It's also the basis for my stock-to-flow trading rule that says that all the Bitcoin gains are 6 months before the halving until 18 months after the halving. Every halving, it's the same pattern. And, up till now, it also holds for this 2024 halving. So if we talk about colors, look at the RSI, the Relative Strength Index. It's 76 right now. Orange, 76 is above 50, so it's an uptrend from 14 months, right? It's a Relative Strength Index is calculated over a certain period. It's 14 months. So there is a uptrend, not as steep as a red period would be with RSIs of 80 and higher. RSI is 76, so it's a relatively okay uptrend, but not the FOMO part. The orange is very comparable to the end of 2020 or even more to the beginning of 2017. So we had orange, yellow, orange. Same here, orange, yellow, orange. Or even if we compare to 2013, the orange was the start of this, cluster of all-time highs, if you will, cluster of RSIs of 80 or higher. And I expect many months this year in 2025 with an RSI of 80 or higher. In fact, to be specific, I expect at least 3, possibly 4 or 5 months of red dots, which means an RSI of 80 and higher. Now, it's very interesting if we look historically at those points where the RSI was 80 or higher, then we'll see that the average return in those periods, in that red dot areas, was 40% plus. So that means a 1 month of 40% plus would be from today's 100K, 140 in February. And, well, since I expect multiple months of red dots, at least three times 40% would bring us from 100K to 270K, which is about here somewhere. This is the 300K line. So that's the absolute minimum Bitcoin price that I expect in 2025, 270,000.
Robert Kiyosaki, the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, has issued yet another dire warning about an impending market crash, this time linked to U.S. President Donald Trump's newly announced tariffs on Mexico, Canada, and China. Kiyosaki believes these tariffs will create economic turmoil, leading to significant declines in the prices of gold, silver, and Bitcoin. However, rather than seeing this as a disaster, he views it as a rare opportunity for investors to buy these assets at lower prices before they surge again. On social media, Kiyosaki emphasized that the real threat to the global economy isn't tariffs but debt. He has long argued that unsustainable national and personal debt levels will trigger financial instability, making assets like gold, silver, and Bitcoin more valuable over time. His message remains consistent. Economic downturns offer those who are prepared a chance to buy strong assets at discounted prices. Gold and silver prices have already seen massive gains in recent years, with gold surpassing Rs 83,000 per 10 grams in India, and silver climbing above Rs 102,700 per kilogram. Meanwhile, Bitcoin reached a record high of $109,000 in January before pulling back to its current level of $102,203. Despite these strong performances, Kiyosaki believes that the looming market shakeup could temporarily drive these prices down before they bounce back even stronger. Trump's new tariffs, set to take effect on February 1, include a 25% tax on imports from Mexico and Canada and a 10% levy on goods from China. While the administration argues these measures are necessary to combat drug trafficking and illegal immigration, analysts warn that they could disrupt $2.1 trillion in annual trade. Industries reliant on cross-border commerce, such as automotive manufacturing, agriculture, and technology, could face rising costs, adding to inflationary pressures.
Now, if we look at 4 months of 40%, that would bring the current 100K to $380,000, and 5 months would even bring it to $530,000. So that's above this dotted line. So we'll see what happens. These numbers, the 270, 380, and $530,000 Bitcoin, are much higher than what most people expect. In fact, today's poll on Twitter, on X, shows that 3 out of 4 people can't even imagine one single plus 40% monthly move, because they haven't been in those periods. They don't know what it is. They think that's a thing of the past and it can't happen in the future. What I think, it will most certainly happen again. Very interesting to see. 200-week moving average, the black line, it's at 44 right now, up 1,000K from last month, from December, and in my opinion, that slow increase will go faster next couple of months. So I think the black line moving average will curve upwards, like it did in 2020, 21, 2017, and here in 2013. So I think this black line will curve upwards.
Bitcoin has slipped below the $100,000 mark for the first time in nearly a week, as market uncertainty grows following a new wave of U.S. import tariffs. President Donald Trump's executive order, imposing steep tariffs on goods from Canada, Mexico, and China, has sparked immediate retaliation from the affected countries, escalating global trade tensions. The White House confirmed that imports from Canada and Mexico would face a 25% tariff, while China would see an additional 10% levy. Canada's energy exports received a slight reduction, but Prime Minister Justin Trudeau wasted no time announcing countermeasures, slapping a 25% tariff on $106.5 billion worth of U.S. goods. China has vowed to take its case to the World Trade Organization while preparing its own economic response. Meanwhile, Mexico's President Claudia Sheinbaum has instructed officials to activate protective trade measures. These developments have fueled concerns about inflation and rising interest rates, traditionally pushing investors towards safer assets like bonds and away from riskier markets, including cryptocurrencies. As a result, Bitcoin briefly dropped to $99,111 before recovering slightly to $100,200 on Binance. With uncertainty mounting, traders are watching closely to see how global markets react in the coming days. If you've been with us so far, a big thank you. Don't forget to subscribe for free to BitcoinZella for your daily news. The link is waiting below. That's all for today's crypto news. Stick around for more updates, insights, and analysis on cryptocurrencies. Share your thoughts in the comments, like this video, and subscribe for more exciting content.